for me, addiction is at the heart of the real problem that's going on with America. And it may not be so much addiction as it is the lack of understanding what addiction really is. And when we really look at it, right, outside of how it manifests, right, because it manifests in drugs, yes it does, but it also manifests in food, right, it also manifests in just a variety of areas. It's manifesting in all these different areas, but if we take it out of the manifestation of the food or the drugs, and we just look at it for what it really is, what we're really looking at truly is obsession, compulsion, and total self-centeredness. And if we look at it just in that context, what we'll realize is that we all suffer from it. And when we realize that we all suffer from it, then what happens is the discussion on what do we do now? How do we operate now? See, the biggest problem is that we don't understand that addiction is prevalent in our lives, because addiction truly is just a cycle. A never-ending cycle, but a cycle nonetheless. Not saying that it can't be stopped. I'm just saying that allowed to progress by itself, it's a never-ending cycle. And so the discussion that really needs to be talked about, or the discussion that really needs to be addressed is moving into an understanding that addiction is something we all suffer from, more or less. You know, whether it is the drugs or the food or whatever it is. Because a lot of the times, most people are addicted to people, or they're addicted to their routines, most of all. Right? That routine that you have to do over and over and over and over and over and over again. And people like me tell you, hey, check this out. If you're fed up, let's do something different. Let's find fulfillment. But you're like, man, what are you talking about? I'm chasing, the routine, the next thing that I have to do, pick up the kids, pay the PG&E bill, go to sleep, wake up, go to work. And so what I'm saying is that when you start looking at your routine and the fact that you may be addicted to a routine that you didn't choose, and that's deep. What if you're addicted to a routine that you didn't even choose? That it was given to you, right? And it goes back to what I talk about, that truly in school, we're taught about math, science, proper sentence structure, but we're not taught how to craft a successful mindset. And because we're not taught that, we fall into these grooves, these traps, these ideas of what it means to be successful, right? A job, white picket fits, 2.5 kids, right? The wife or the husband, whatever the case is. But the truth of the matter is, freedom is being able to go ahead and decide exactly what it is that you want and going after that, right? And that requires a little bit more from people. It requires a freedom. And so I believe everyone has it. Everyone has the ability to make this take place, but it's not going to take place until you realize that you're suffering from three very distinct routines. The first routine is the addictive routine, right? I just go about my life doing whatever it is that I kind of fell into, right? Then you have the default routine. It's a routine where people would say that you're doing good, but there's something in you that's not fulfilled, and you don't know why you're not happy. Because it doesn't matter how much Starbucks or how many houses you buy or whatever's going on, you're not happy. But it's usually because you're not doing what you're designed to do. What you're designed to do. Critical point. And the last one, and probably the most, well, maybe not, it is the most important one. It's not the one that most of us are in. But the third one is the power routine. It's a routine that the people that come to my workshops, I help them get into a power routine. It's a routine where we start breaking down where you want to go, first of all. Then we look at how we're going to have to adjust your 24-hour period to be able to get there, right? And there's the other routine that most of us stay in. I call it the Peter Pan routine, because truly we never grow up in this routine. And it's a routine where we vacillate, or we move from this addictive routine, then we move into this default routine, then we move into the power routine, maybe even for a small bit, a month or two or a week or so, and then we move back into this addictive routine, and then the cycle just kind of perpetuates, and it's the Peter Pan, and Peter Pan never grew up, and he wanted to live in Never Never Land. And so truly, the only way to get to where we want to go is we must stay in the power routine. But first we have to create where we want to go, right? So we have to map out where we want to go, and then from mapping out where we want to go, then we go ahead, we get with the we get a power routine down, and then now we have a set course, a set destination, and we have a means to get there, a process to get there. This is Daryl McCullough. This is truly the meat and potatoes of my program, right? It's called Beyond the Ordinary, and it starts with understanding that addiction is prevalent in everyone, right? And it has nothing to do with drugs. It has everything to do with obsession, compulsion, and total self-centeredness. And if you want to know more about you, if you want to know more about what you could be, we have to look at the routines that you've been in for decades, right? And then we go to the next level. So anyway, we'll talk more about this. This is Daryl signing off. You already know how I feel. The more you learn, right? The more you earn, right? The more you can be. So just keep doing what you want to do until you want to do something different. All right, okay, bye.